All right, you picked a single arm, semi-supinated lat pull down. I absolutely love these. So watch how Brett is positioned in here. So number one, we have these spongy grips I really like. I like these better than the metal D handles. So what we're going to do is notice over here on the side how Brett's leaning back a little. I actually do want you to lean back. And the reason why is because I want the elbow to go straight down this way. Now look at how he's kind of semi-supinating. He's just naturally supinating. He's not forcing it. So he's coming up, he's kind of in a neutral position, then he's supinating as he comes down. This is a much more natural way to supinate instead of putting in a straight bar that forces that hard supination that's really actually hard on your bicep. So lean back. Now he's doing one more thing that you may not notice unless you come here behind him. So as he drives down, he's actually going to go lateral spinal flexion, just a tad. And he's locked, when he does that, he's locking it in right into the lower lat. So it's just a real subtle lateral flexion again of your spine, just a real subtle movement there. So semi-supinate. And again, don't sit up straight, because watch what happens when you sit up straight. Watch what happens when he pulls down. It's a bicep exercise. Now, if you want to train biceps, this is actually a good exercise for biceps. But we're working on back right now, so there you go. Sets and reps on this, really basic. Make sure you get warmed up right. Make sure you really establish that mind-muscle connection. And then once you do get it established, you work your way up and get about 3 sets of 8 to 10. Now, it's okay to go really close to failure in all 3 of the sets. You know, with your back, true failure is kind of hard to say what it is, because you can do half reps, you know. So if you're doing a row, for example, you can get real sloppy and you can just do half reps. But what I prefer you do is do as many full reps as you can and then stop. So it's failure with complete full range of motion reps. That's really what I'm looking for in this first exercise. Because remember, the goal of this first exercise is to establish mind-muscle connection and blood flow. So that I want to be full range of motion. One other thing, I get a lot of questions about wrist straps and should you use them or not use them. I like to not use them until I'm doing my really hard sets. So I actually feel like there's something to just gripping the bar with your hand and squeezing your lat. But there eventually gets a point to where the weight's so heavy, you don't want your forearms to give out. You don't want your grip to give out. You're trying to train your back, not your grips or your grip. So I do use straps, but I typically only use it on the last set or two. And that's pretty much it. So just don't use it all the time. Just save it for when you really need it. And the side effect of that is I actually saw some improvement in my forearms over the years when I started using straps less. And I didn't see any issues with my back because, again, on the real heavy stuff, I still used them.